Let's do it. All right. First things first, let's talk about some stuff that we hit up this week. I was rocking Visionary. I started the last video with this too. Visionary, absolute killer. Actually, someone messaged my fiance to ask me what I was wearing the other day. One of our friends like smelled this on me, and I remember he asked me like, "What is that?" And I was like, "Yep." So it's Visionary from Alexandria. Things like worth the money for sure. I think it's like $60, and I got some discounts because if you shop smart, you get some discounts. So that's Visionary. It's a clone of Louis Vuitton's Imagination. Imagination is like this. Well, they smell pretty close. I've smelled both. It's hard to tell the difference. I think this one lasts a little longer, but I could be wrong. For the price difference, it's pretty much a no-brainer for me. This thing, 60 something bucks for a pretty 60 ml bottle. It's really great. The Louis Vuitton is like I think a 90 ml or 100 ml. I don't know. It's a bottle, but it's like $500 or something like that. And once you're over like 200 bucks, you're kind of going a little bit ham on my wallet. So I don't think I can handle that right now. So anyway, nothing special with the cap. It's not magnetic. It is a little bit heavy though, so I could feel the weight of that cap. I like this. I like the smell of this. It's a very like. So let's get to that. Great for summer, like fresh. Touch of aquatics, but that's not really what it's about. It's not like an Acqua di Gio. It's got this juicy kind of like fruity, fresh, showery splash kind of. There's like a little bit of this citrus going on, but it's like a juicy citrus. It could be like a candy, like a nice citric candy. Just excellent and very fresh and clean. Like you smell like really heavenly with this. I would wear this to like all kinds of occasions. Whatever, I wear this to work today in the afternoon. Actually today what I wore, let's do that. I started in the morning with this, which I'll get into in a second. And since it wore off by, because it's very hot today, it wore off by like, let's say lunchtime when I came home at 12:30, 1 o'clock. I could still smell it on me, but it wasn't like really going. So when I came home on lunch, I just hit like 4 or 5 sprays of this, and I smell it. I still smell it, and I changed my clothes already. Like I have it like probably still lingering in my under my beard and stuff, because that's the perks to having a beard. Some of that shit gets in your beard and like kind of wafts all day with you. So I did wear this today. I'm wearing it right now, and I'd have to say, if you want something like, if you're into freshies, like, and you want something that actually lasts long, you're gonna go through like designer freshies like crazy, because something I've had a pet peeve with was the freshies like not lasting long. And I know I'm not like a performance supremacist, but you know, when you're paying for something, you want it to be detectable so other people smell it. Anyway, this guy, Visionary, totally ridiculous. Alexandria is like a little really affordable house. I still shop years early on. I got into them, and I still get stuff from them. This was one of the most recent orders I got from them. So what you could do on Alexandria's website is you can get like a 7 sample pack for like $50, and you can pick any of the fragrances that they have on their entire website. You can try the men's, the women's, the clones, the originals. I'm not sponsored by them, but like that's what helped me get like a pretty good wide variety of smells and get a collection going. So Visionary, here we go again, starting the video with that. So today, this morning, I wore Versace Dylan Blue. Versace Dylan Blue. This is a 200 ml, pretty solid bottle we got here. Thing is no joke. So just like the name says, I don't know if you guys ever smelled the blue fragrance. It says Versace there. It's got a cool little design on the top, and then I think that's the other one has underneath the cap. You can see, on the top of the sprayer, you got like this Medusa kind of thing going on. It's pretty cool. Anyway, stuff smells awesome. So it's a blue fragrance, but it has incense going on in it. So it's got this like darker kind of angle on it, and that's something that I really like with the Versace Dylan Blue. It stands out amongst all the blue fragrances, which can be a generic smell. Think like Nautica Voyage. It's not a bad smell at all. It's just generic, and there's like a lot of low-end colognes that all kind of smell similar. So I don't know if you can see, but I've already killed this much of the bottle. So it's running low there. So this is something that you can spray a ton of. Again, don't buy this at like a Sephora or something or whatever. You're gonna get 100 mLs there for like over $100. This big ass bottle for like 200 mLs. This is twice the size of a normal bottle of stuff. Usually 100 mLs what you get. This is 200 mLs. I got it for like $40 on eBay or some. It was either eBay or one of those like, you know, discounters. So always get into discounters if you're getting into this stuff or you want to buy something. Like someone today came to me, they were like, oh, they have a different version of this Versace, right? Bright crystal for women. This smells great. There's a yellow one called Yellow Diamond. It's got a really cool cap on it. Actually, I wasn't going to feature this, but I like this one. It smells great. Fiance wears it. It's got a really cool design. Another Versace fragrance. So this is like, I have a friend who wore another flanker of this. He was a guy and he wore Crystal Noir. So yeah, there's a bunch of flankers of this. This is Bright Crystal Absolute. If you go to the store to buy this, you're going to spend like over, the girl just said to me today, she was going to go get a re-up because she used her Yellow Diamond. It's a different yellow version of this. She was like, oh, it's 100 and something bucks. And I looked at her and I was like, no fucking way. This, go on eBay. So I went on eBay and I was just like, here, you know, I found it for $30 and I sent it to her. And then like there was a whole list of them that were like 30 bucks. So shop smart. All right. So a couple of things from this week. Let's talk about summer. So in the summer, Jean Paul Gaultier, he's the homie. Makes some really good stuff. No caps on these guys. There's a little thing that you pull on and off to lock the atomizer, but honestly, I throw those out. I don't even care. He's got gold on his front parts there. Anyway, you can see I actually like this one. I destroyed it. It's the Beau EDT, not the Parfum. I don't like the Parfum. Other people seem to like the Parfum. This one is like just three, I think they said it was 3 notes. Tonka bean, which is one of my favorite notes. It's almost like cardamom. It's like a soft, sweet kind of, not musky, but it's a soft kind of sweet smelling little fragrance ingredient. So and then it's got coconut and it's got some kind of citrus. But anyway, those 3 things, bergamot. It's got bergamot on top. So this thing kind of wears the same way all day when it sprays. So you're gonna smell the same thing all day. I like this one. It's light. You can sweat it out. It's not going to be like, I think I took a decan of this to Florida when I went down there on vacation, and this was like definitely my vacation scent. It reminds me of that. It's got that coconut thing going on. That tonka bean's really nice under it, and it lasts a decent amount. It's not a monster, and it won't nauseate anyone. So, bam, we do have a pretty good Jean Paul Gaultier here. And to follow that up, I also wore this Jean Paul Gaultier this week. This is a little bit different. It's a little bit darker. Okay, so this one is like the Jean Paul Gaultier fragrances, but like grown up. So I don't know if you ever smelled them. The original La Male is the same shaped body, right? And it's got like this light kind of light blue color, teal, light blue color. Anyway, that's the original. The original is really nice too. I think it's like timeless, really, and it might have been out for 20 years plus. I think something around that. So anyway, this is the Le Parfum. It's the grown-up, sophisticated, a little bit toned down. Sits close to the skin, but it smells really good. So I wore a sample of this, and I was like, you know what? I think that I want to buy a bottle of this. Now, the problem with Jean Paul Gaultier stuff is it's pretty expensive, even on discounters. Like, I don't know. I don't find these under 100-something bucks. And these are 75 ml. So that's not even like a full... That's not even a full 100 ml bottle. This one's 125 ml. I don't know how. Maybe his butt's a little bigger and he fits more in there, but it says 125 ml right there. This one says 75 ml. So they look the same to me, but apparently I didn't even know that this one is way bigger than this one, and I can't even tell at a glance. I don't know if you guys could tell. These seem the same to me. So anyway, they were expensive, and I got this one, funny enough, in a bulk lot that I bid on. So I won the bid, and I got this and like 3 or 4 other fragrances all in one shipment, just one purchase on eBay. The bulk lots are fun to buy once in a while, but you know, you could really get caught in the outbidding everyone cycle. So just be careful with that. Okay, so I wore those 2 this week. So let me talk before I put that away. This one you could wear almost anywhere too. It's not like the loud fruity bombs that like the original La Male and the other La Male DNAs. This one is like, I think, the most all-purpose of them, but it does kind of come in not last place for performance, but it definitely isn't one of the better performing ones in the line. That being said, man, you can wear this to like, it's intimate, it's not going to bother anyone, and you're going to smell really, really good with this. I really have to say, Jean Paul Gaultier, if you do end up liking one of his fragrances, you're going to like them all, because there's something in all of them that makes you can tell it's a Jean Paul Gaultier fragrance. It's a trademark smell. Kind of like the Next House that I keep talking about and blabbing about, and I only have 2 bottles from Manera, but I have a ton of samples from them, and I'm like, I have debating with myself which ones I'm going to get next. Anyway, Manera Soleil d'Italie. I keep going back to this. It's not a really complex fragrance in that it doesn't smell like this crazy amount of stuff, but it smells like natural, kind of like there's citrus going on. There's this white musk thing underneath it, which, you know, saying notes to you guys, if you don't know what they are, then it doesn't really matter. But this smells like summer. I'm trying to give you like a down-to-earth representation of what this is. It smells definitely different, a little like perfumey. It smells like you're wearing perfume and not cologne. It doesn't smell like, you know, when I say that, it doesn't smell like a dude's, like, you know, cologne. It smells like a light, airy summer wear, something really, really nice here in this one, Soleil d'Italie. So these guys, they make big old bottles, 120 ml. They don't fuck around. I really like Manera. And their house, if I'm wearing a Manera fragrance, I always can tell that, like, they have some kind of structure in all of their fragrances, the way they make them, and you can tell it's a Manera fragrance. So I'd say it's the white musk and the way they mix everything and the way they build it. So this one starts to change. It goes from like that fresh citrusy thing with that soft kind of airy feel that just kind of follows you like a cloud, and then it starts to turn into like a closer to the skin but still there, and there's like a little touch of a natural smelling, kind of like a green yellow like flower, kind of like a little bit floral, but like not too ridiculous. A girl could wear it, a guy could wear it. This one's cool. Sample before you buy any of these. Please don't just go buy this, because it might not be what I'm explaining, like how you're thinking I'm explaining this to you. This is super nice though. It's definitely classy. You can get away with this in a lot of places, and people tend to be like, oh, that smells really good, or they don't even notice it, which is also a good thing. Sometimes when someone says, oh, well, you're wearing cologne, that could be not great. You don't want to be like noticed too much. So anyway, I got that Soleil d'Italie in here. I'm thinking about my next Manera. Probably going to be Cosmic Pepper. I keep looking at it. I almost pull the trigger on it all the time, and then I just wait because maybe the price will go down a little. I think I got this for 70 something or 80 something bucks. Totally worth it. Huge bottle, niche fragrance. So you got designers and then you got niche. So niche is like, this company doesn't make other stuff. It just makes fragrances. Some companies also are designers. They make a bunch of stuff. So they also, like, they're not specializing in fragrance. This is like a company that's specializing in fragrance. So let's rock with that. And then what else did I wear this week here? Okay, Tropical Night from Alexandria. I keep popping up this Alexandria house because they're great. This, girl could wear it, guy could wear it. You know, it smells like what it's called, literally Tropical Night. I think it's a clone of a Creed fragrance, which is too expensive for me to even pronounce. It's like it smells like there's coconut going on. There's like this fruit. There's this floral thing going on. It smells tropical. It smells like something you would wear if you were hanging out near like water all day. If you want to, like, it's definitely heavy and it sits. It's not like a light thing. You can really blast too much of this, and sometimes it doesn't change at all as you're wearing it. So some fragrances change as you're wearing them, and that's nice because it gives your nose like a break. This one, you just smell this thing all day, and it's fairly strong. Like, you can definitely do too much. Now it smells like it smells like to me that you should sample this before you buy it. But it is a clone. I think it's a clone of a Creed fragrance, and I can't remember the name. But Alexandria might have a bunch of Creed clones. Anyway, 55 ml, and I got this for like 40 bucks. So yeah, I like this one. I busted out in summer, and frequently I layer the two of these because these complement each other pretty well. You know, they're sweet in different ways. They got the coconut in slightly different ways, and this one's got more florals going on. This one's more straightforward, so you could layer the crap out of these, which means I spray this on, and then I do a couple of sprays of something else, and now you got something totally new. Permutations, bro. The limit's like infinity on that, so cool. Do I recommend this to buy? Nah, but sample it if you're gonna look for something that, you know, you or your significant other could wear, you know, because it could be rocked, you know, by anyone really could rock this. I wouldn't wear it to work, you know. I would look. It says coconut, bergamot, musk. So as I said, this one's coconut, bergamot, and tonka bean. So that's why they, I guess, layer. I didn't even realize that it said that in front. So that's cool. Extrait de parfum. That means highest concentration of oil. So don't spray it directly in one spot on your shirt or you will stain your shit. That goes for a lot of these. Let's talk about something that I found that I thought was funny. This is a Dior Sauvage clone, and it's $5 at Lidl or Lidl or however you want to say it. I don't correct people when they say shit. So, crappy plastic top, but yo, it smells like Dior Sauvage, but a little bit cheaper, a little bit more soapy, and for $5, I think it's a hilarious thing you could throw in. Like, it's got that little bit of that like edge that Dior Sauvage has, but it's still a blue fragrance, and it's still a fresh blue fragrance. So yeah, I'm not going to spend too much time on this. It was $5, and I thought it was just a funny thing. And then, you know, got on the back there, it says all the stuff, whatever, Lidl.com. They have them for $5. Dumb. So easy to grab this, and it's likable. All right, here's another one I wear when it's hot out, but you got to be careful. Sotorta by Versace. The same dudes, people, whatever they are, who make Hawass. I talked about Hawass. I'm probably going to talk about it a bunch more. Hawass is super dope. Love them. Anyway, this is a clone of Gucci Guilty, or at least inspired by. It's a bit different. So I don't know if you've ever smelled Gucci Guilty, but it used to be a popular fragrance. It still is a popular fragrance, but it's notoriously weak. This one doesn't deal with that. Not weak at all. You can do too much of this. If you spray this like 6 times, you're going to regret it. Okay, so that's something you need to know going into some of these. You got that cool Arabic stuff going on the bottom. I can't read it, but it says Versace there on the top. 100 ml. Got it for like sub $40, and it was so worth it. This thing's bomb. Just fresh. Like, I don't even know how to describe this one, but if you ever smell Gucci Guilty, you know, get yourself this if you like that. Save yourself a bunch of money and also get a really highly performing fragrance. And I like this color of this juice. There's almost like, it almost smells like a soapy but masculine, like this hay almost smell to it. I don't know how to explain it beyond, like, I don't want to do a discredit by saying these things and then you think about that and then you interpret it your way, and when you go to smell it yourself, it smells totally different than what I'm saying. But yeah, this is fresh. It's a bomb. You could rock this anywhere. You could rock it to work. Actually, a kid that was working with us was rocking it. He was rocking it. He was rocking the original, and it smelled for a while. So anyway, check that out, and that's peace out for now. I got some more for later. We'll do another run through in a little bit. Deuces.